Hi Adrian, it's me Ghost and I'm here with you guys for another video. So this video is actually quite hard for me because I'm going to be talking about my own kind of experiences with mental health and stuff in it, and I'm actually really scared. Gosh, I'm terrified. So for all of you guys who don't know who, and I hope I'm pronouncing this name right, Adam McIntyre is, he's a YouTuber, and he was part of the Colleen Ballinger fan group, and the Colleen Ballinger, if you don't know who that is, she was still is like a really famous YouTuber who, in my opinion, creates weird content. Like, I've never been a fan of her. Like, her content, sorry, just doesn't vibe with me at all. Always thought her videos were weird and kind of strange. And basically she was found out to have a creepy relationship with Adam, and she was in her 30s, and I think from what Adam said in his video, when it started, he was only 15 and was 17, like when the relationship ended. So the reason I'm talking about this is because Adam was talking about like his mental health and how all this like affected him, and I felt like I could relate in that way because I'm someone who's also had difficulties with their mental health and still till this day really struggles with their mental health. So what happened with Adam was he in 2020 he basically made a video exposing this Colleen woman, and I think then Cody, who, if you don't know who Cody is, I think her YouTube name is Coherence. For all you that maybe keep up with the drama channels, she was the woman that posted the video about the stained eye makeup from the James Charles palette. It said that it stained her eyes, and she posted this dramatic video about it. And I remember James Charles and Jeffree Star kind of were making a fool of her because of it, and they posted a video about it, and then I remember she got a lot of hate because of that, which isn't really okay. Like, I remember looking at that at the time and thinking that James was being very unprofessional about that. James Charles is a complete arsehole, by the way. Like, I remember watching one of Adam's videos, I can't remember which one because he's posted quite a few of his videos like the last few days, and because of my condition that I have, I suffer from kind of brain fog, so I'm not always good at remembering everything and what order, and I tend to get things muddled up. But anyway, if I'm saying something in this live stream and I've maybe got it muddled up, please comment down below, because you're actually helping me by letting me know if I've muddled something up, because in my head it's like that is how it went, but it might not be, so I might have got something mixed up, and I'm not doing it on purpose to like be nasty or anything. As I've genuinely just gotten myself like mixed up, although it doesn't really seem to affect my life as much now though. But when I was in school, like high school, it really did impact me a lot. Like, I went to uni and I went to college and stuff, so like I can still do things. Do you know what I mean? I was working until quite recently and I've been offered a new job, so it's like it's not like I'm completely like incapable of like doing things and remembering things, because I am. But yes, so basically, this has all came up recently for all those that haven't been keeping up with the events. I'm just going to say events because saying drama just doesn't fit it. I don't think that word fits it. I think we need to come up with a new word to describe this situation, because the word drama just doesn't fit it at all. But anyway, so the reason this all came to light is because this Cody woman, who I was shocked to find out is in her 30s as well, did a video like kind of exposing Colleen and everything she does. But it wasn't until she went on a live stream that she exposed herself and said it was for selfish reasons, and that it was to get back at Chloe, who I think is Colleen's partner. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But from what I remember, he's Colleen's partner, and he's meant to be really creepy as well. And Cody actually took part in like the grooming and stuff. So Adam was basically groomed by this Colleen woman, and Cody and Chloe and all these people were like grooming like kids from the age of, I'm going to say, about 14 till 17. And when Adam posted his video in 2020 exposing Colleen, this Cody woman posted a video about Adam and basically saying that he was a liar and he was a manipulator and all that. And basically she made him out to be the bad guy, and then Colleen posted a video after that basically making Adam out to be the bad one and saying it was lying and he was manipulated and this, that and whatever. And Adam was only 17 when this happened, so he was still a minor, he was still a child. And basically he got so much hate and so much backlash that he was literally driven off the internet, and all his friends didn't trust him. He lost basically all his friends, and it's quite sad. He said in one of his videos that it made him feel like he wanted to die, and that just really hit home for me, because I've also felt like that a couple of times in my life, and I do feel bad for him. Sorry, that's my mum and dog. I can hear him like scurrying about in the background. I was wondering what he's doing. Oh right, he's okay. He's fine. Yeah, so I can't even remember what I was talking about now. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Cody woman. So Cody basically, when she released her video, I think it would have been about 2 weeks ago now, basically exposing Colleen, and she was talking about Adam's story and what happened to Adam, and it did kind of vindicate him, but it's the fact that she done it for selfish reasons, and she only done it because the Corey guy blocked her, and she did it to get back at him and Colleen. And it's the fact that she had all this information for so long and chose to do nothing about it. Like, he's been suffering for like 3 years, and it's only now that he's been vindicated. I mean, she could have posted this information years ago, but she didn't. Instead, she did a video saying that he was lying and stuff when she had all this evidence for so long. And basically, she did like the video in 2020 because she was starstruck, apparently, because she was friends with Colleen, and they were in this kind of group chat thing, and she wanted to get on her good side, which I think for a woman in her 30s is pathetic. Like, the whole thing just sounds pathetic. And the live stream, I watched a video last night when Adam like reacted to it, and like she needs serious like help. Like, she's totally delusional in this live stream, and she behaves like a small child in this live stream, screaming and crying and stuff, and it was quite cringy, to say the least. She's like making herself out to be the victim and stuff, and there was no way that she's a victim, like, just no. And I do feel bad for Adam because he's had to speak out on this, because she's made the video about him. Like, he didn't post a video talking about Colleen and that again, like what he did in 2020, and this has been like over 2 weeks now, so I'm surprised that Colleen hasn't made a statement, although apparently someone that knows her, I can't remember if it's her sister or her sister's friend or somebody, posted a video talking about how Colleen was going to get revenge. I can't quite remember how that video went, but it's just like, really? And it's a shame because all this happened to him and he was still a child at the time. But the reason I'm talking about all this is because I'm not a drama channel by like any means. But like I'm talking about this because I can kind of relate to what Adam went through and is still going through. And like I do still see like people commenting like comments, like hate comments saying that he's obsessing with it and that he's not handling it properly and that he shouldn't be online or whatever. But actually I think Adam's handling this very well. He's certainly handling it better than Cody anyway. And the reason he's posting all these videos all the time about the situation is probably because he's got no one to talk to about any of this. Like, the guy lives in a flat on his own with like the dogs and his cats. Like, if that was me, I don't know how I would cope with that. But like, I had this for all like the spooky children that maybe have kind of been here since like before September, and you watched like all my September videos about my ex and stuff when I was posting all that stuff. You guys know like the reason I was doing that was because I didn't have anyone else to talk to about that. And Adam's in the same boat. Like, he doesn't have anyone that he can talk to really about this. He's in an apartment on his own. It's not like he can go and vent to someone. I was in the same boat, so I was posting videos all the time on YouTube talking about my psycho ex. And that kind of made me feel better after venting on it on a video. But what happened with my ex was I met this guy at a party, and who knew that one night could literally cause your whole life to collapse. Like, literally, this man destroyed like my full life. Like how Colleen and Cody destroyed Adam's life. So what happened was I met this guy at a party, and he was part of like a friendship circle that I was in, and it was a very toxic friendship circle. Looking back now, I am so glad I am no longer friends with any of these people because it was so toxic, this circle of friends. So we went to this party, and my ex was like the host of the party, and I didn't really feel comfortable at this party, I'm not gonna lie. There was some people at that party that just weren't very nice, and I remember just sitting on the couch, just want to go home. And then he approached me and was flirting quite heavily with me, and I was just like, oh gosh, like not in the mood for it. And then his like friends came up to me and they were like telling me about how he's such a good guy and all that, and they basically like, they knew that he liked me, and they basically like pressured me into going on a date with him. Like, I had a really bad gut feeling, and I should have just listened to my intuition and said no, but they pressured me so much to go on a date with him, like, so much. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, I've never been peer pressured into something so badly before in my life. And looking back now, I should have realised that that was quite a dodgy red flag, like, in that friendship group. Because if they're your friends, they shouldn't be pressuring you so much to go out with another friend, like, if you don't see them that way. But yeah, I was basically pressured to go out with this guy, and literally we went out for like 3 weeks, and it was like 3 weeks of hell. He's a thing called a narcissist, and he's extremely manipulative, and the whole after 3 weeks, he dumped me because basically I wouldn't bend to his will, basically, and he spent the whole like 3 weeks like mentally abusing me and trying to manipulate me. And then I think he realised one day that he couldn't manipulate me into doing what he wanted, which is a bit like Colleen manipulating people to do what she wants. And then basically he dumped me, and I was quite scared after he dumped me, because we're in the same friendship circle and we have the same friends, and quite scary. After he dumped me, he was like manipulating all my friends and that, and trying to get with my best mate, and was just making my life hell. And I went to my friends and was like, yeah, this stuff's happening with him, and I don't like it. I really think that maybe if I'm to hang out with you guys, maybe you can hang out with me and him separately, because it's just awkward and it's uncomfortable, and I really don't like what he's doing. And then I was posting videos talking about the situation, and it turns out her friend, I'm getting mixed up, and he discovered the video and my ex and told his friend. And I'm actually scared to tell this, because I'm with a guy right now, and I'm worried that this guy's gonna watch this video and see all this, and I'm worried what he's gonna think. But the story's similar in some ways to what happened to Adam in 2020, because my ex discovered the video, and then all his friends took his side, because everyone always believes him and takes his side. It's ridiculous. And he's so manipulative. Like, when we were on group chats, like, you should have seen this. It was like, he was the puppet master, and they were always puppets that worshipped him. And when I was making the videos about him, he basically sent like his friends to like send hate to me online, and like were commenting on my stuff, and I believe they were even messaging some of the spooky children and was sending them abuse, because they were posting like supporting comments on my video, and then my ex and his mates would then send them like abuse, and then they were also like just sending abuse to like random people that were like in my spooky children, like in my fan base, and like it was just awful. I blocked them all and I've reported them all, and that's kind of my story does kind of relate to like Adam in a way, because he was also getting like online hate during the 2020 video, and I know what it feels like to be hated on and to be trolled against. Basically, it was nowhere near the scale as what Adam got, but it's still an awful feeling. And basically my ex turned all my friends against me. I lost all my friends, and he was also talking to a lassie that was my friend, and she was saying that he was like harassing her. But then I found out from her brother that she was actually flirting with him back, and I could have killed her because we were just split up. It's not like we were together like years ago and then she was flirting with him. Like, we'd literally just split up, and literally within 2 days of the breakup, he was like in her inbox flirting with her, and she was flirting back. And then I stopped becoming friends with her because she was just a snaky cow, and I just stopped kind of talking to her after that, and she was like harassing me and bombarding me with phone calls, and I had to block her, and then I basically had to avoid her. And then she sent, this is how immature she is, she like sent her granny to me to like shout abuse at me, like in the middle of like the town centre, and thought to myself, that is so pathetic that you're sending your granny to me. She's like 25 years old and she's getting her granny to me like she's 15 or something. Like, it is ridiculous. So I don't talk to her anymore. But watching like Adam and how strong he's being and how he's handling it, because I think he's handling it very, very well, made me kind of want to talk about what's going on and my feelings on the situation, and talk about my experiences, because I've felt really depressed about a lot of things recently. Like, I also lost my job because of him, because when, for all of you guys that have maybe kind of been around since, I'm going to say about December time, or before that, and you guys will know what happened with my ex-job and the video that I posted. I'm not really ready to talk about that because I'm still not really out of the woods yet, as that situation goes. I have been offered a new job though, and I've decided that I'm going to take it, but I need to be careful what I'm saying, because I still need to get a reference of these people. But basically, I was in a job and I wasn't happy in the job, and I was treated like dirt, and then I got attacked by one of the clients, and then what he did is he got the video that I was talking about it because he was stalking me on social media, and he still is stalking me on social media. If you are watching this, you're a fucking cunt. That's what I want to say to him. He is a fucking cunt. That's my message to him, and I think that message describes it quite well. But yeah, he sent the video to my old place of work, and as per usual, everyone always takes his side because he's so bloody manipulative. And I was facing a disciplinary action, and I thought, no, screw this, and I just quit. Like, screw that. So I kind of need to be careful about what I say and references and stuff, because I still need to get a reference of them. Once I get my new job and I get a reference and stuff, and I'm in the job button for a while, then I'll feel kind of safer enough to kind of talk about that more in more detail. But that's all I'm going to say on the work situation for now. But I'm going to do like a more detailed video basically exposing my ex next month. I don't know when next month, but I just know it's going to be next month, just because after watching Adam and how he's handling the situation, that basically inspired me to kind of put my big girl panties on and be like that. No, I'm not going to be scared anymore of this man, because he can't hurt me anymore. And yeah, so if Adam's watching this by any chance, which I doubt he will be, I did kind of send him an email to say like that I was sorry that what had happened to him, and that I felt bad. Although I know that I shouldn't be apologising, because I've never actually done anything to this man. It should be Cody and Colleen and all that lot that should be apologising, not me. But I know how he's feeling about having the whole world against you, and only having yourself and just wanting to leave your life because it's just life's too hard. This is just like a kind of more recent examples. I do have like kind of older examples. Like when I was like 14, 15, so I would have been younger than Adam at when the 2020 stuff happened. But I was really badly bullied at school. There was a lot of mean girls and mean boys at the school. I was literally bullied by virtually almost everyone. I did have a friendship group at the time who I thought were my real friends, but they turned out not to be my real friends. And there was about 5 girls in that group that pretended to be my friends, and then later on turned out to be like really horrible to me, like mean girls, and were bullying me. And I've been attacked and assaulted by one of them in the street, and I had to go to the police about it, and I think she ended up going to jail. This was when I was still at college. Like, this went on for years. Like, it only recently just stopped, like, the harassment from one of these women that I was at school with, because it was like, it started when I was at school, and then it just kind of escalated, And it's just like some people just don't know how to move on. Like this woman is in her 30s, like Colleen. I'm not in my 30s, by the way. I'm only 24, just to let you guys know. It's because she kept getting put back. She was like, I was in first year of secondary school and she was in 6th, and she kept getting put back. That's how I was at school with her. Then I think she left when I went into my second year, and she was in and out of jail, but she like hung out with some folk that were in her friends group like outside of school. So the bullying by the woman that attacked me, that was going on. Like it went on in school on my first year, and then out of school on my second year, and then she had friends that were like in school that would like harass me and stuff, and then harass me again out of school. So sorry, I've got text and I'm very easily distracted. It's the oh no, it's not a text, it's a notification. For God's sake, it's the ADHD. Yeah, so and back then I was feeling very depressed, and there was a moment when I was like 14, 15 where I did feel like I wanted to end my life because I didn't see a way out. I was brought up in a very low income area, is just what I'm going to call it, like a councillor scheme, and everyone that went to my school and lived in that area kind of lived in that environment. And when you're growing up in that type of environment, there isn't really much hope, if you get what I mean, like for the future. It was very bleak. I was just like thinking to myself, I'm never going to get out of this scheme. I'm never going to go to college or university. And I ended up and I'm never going to travel, but I ended up doing all of those things. I did travel, I did go to college, I did go to university. And when I did get accepted into college, it was finally like the light at the end of that tunnel. And I feel like now that I've been offered that job, I feel like now this is another light out of another tunnel, and I can finally start to build up my life again. And people were saying, so what's happening with London? I've got a job now, so I'm going to save up, and then I'm going to go to London when I've got enough money for a deposit for my own place, because I'm basically like skint now. Like I'm just a normal 24-year-old woman. Like I don't earn any money off YouTube. I don't make anything off this. I have to go to work every day, just like you guys watching. This is more like a hobby for me. When I get to 1,000 subs, though, I'm going to try and get myself monetized. But we'll see. Like, my ambition is to start my own business one day, but that takes a lot of money. So I'm basically working to save up for things that I want to do, which is normal. But yeah, it's just been a really difficult few years. All this stuff with the harassment and that only kind of just stopped like recently, because some people haven't changed since school and need to grow up and let things go. It's just been absolute torture. And I just wanted to speak about all this because Adam was saying that he's been really depressed and that he's got no one to talk to, and I'm basically the same. Like, when all that stuff was happening with my ex and the job, and then all the mean girl stuff at school, I didn't have anyone, and I still don't have anyone